Joy. Whenever I hear the word joy, or think the word joy, or read the word joy, I am immediately reminded of growing up in Africa, in East Africa, the most beautiful spot right there on the slopes of Mount Kenya, where we grow coffee and tea, potatoes, maize, beans, mangoes, passion fruit. And in that little tribe of Meru people, where I grew up, the most favorite of my season, and the season favored by everybody in our tribe, was the rainy season. Now, the rainy season was never, ever guaranteed. It was a matter of waiting for the rainy season, praying for the rainy season, living with our fingers and our hearts crossed that the rainy season would come. And oh, when it came, these big drops of joy from the sky that came drumming on the tin roof of our school. And they drummed and drummed until they actually drowned the teacher's voice, and the teacher had to give up on the lesson on math or science or English and said, today we will just sing and sing and sing. As long as it rains, we will sing. And we would walk to school splashing as we stomped on these puddles of water. When the rain came, it changed everything. The red soil, the dusty paths, all began to turn green with the sprouting millet and sorghum. And suddenly, there was this carpet of green around us. When the rain came, everything changed. It became a whole different world. When I think of joy, I'm reminded of the rain. And I'm also reminded of that Jesus story as told to us in the Gospel of Luke. When the first Christmas, the story says that an angel came to the shepherds as they looked after their sheep. The story says, the shepherd said to them, "Fear not, I bring you great tidings of great joy." And then the sky began to rain angels, angels everywhere, singing praise to God, singing like we sang as the rain began to beat on our tin roof at the school I went to in grade school, raining joy. And this little baby grows up, and when he's all grown up, they say he's about 33 years old, his last meal with his friends, seated at the table, knowing that the next day he would be as dead as a doornail, he speaks to them and he tells them he came so that their joy may be full, may be complete, that their joy may be full. Now, the world knows how to package happiness, but the world doesn't know much about joy. Joy, I'm not splitting hairs when I say joy is different from happiness. Happiness might be the pleasure of the moment, but joy, now let me tell you about joy. Joy is different. Joy is about endurance. Enduring yesterday in the hope that tomorrow will be a better day. Oh, we prayed for rain. We endured the season without rain, hoping if the rain would come. Joy is about hope. Joy is about peace, living in the peace in spite the moment. Or around us, we would go to the hospital, and often the doctors would be too few, if any. The medicine would run out before anyone we knew had their prescription filled. But we lived in this peace and in this hope and this endurance that the rain would come. And when the rain came, everything would change. And then we went to Sunday school and learned about joy. And the Sunday school teacher tells us joy is J-O-Y, Jesus first, others next, yourself last. J for Jesus, O for others, Y for yourself. And in this community of the Meru tribe, that was critical, learning how to live in community. You see, joy is not just an individual pursuit. Joy is about community and the laughter and the peace and the endurance and the tying in together of family and community. You know, when I think of joy, I'm immediately transported to my growing up with the rain on my school's tin roof. What is joy to you? Are you able to live with one foot in the past and another foot firmly in the future? Jesus says, I have come that you might know joy and know your joy completely and fully. May God give you joy today and all the days of this good life that God has granted us.